Now, this movie premiered on Hulu today, and earlier today I had to go to work. When I got home, I already had plans to go out with my friends. So my mom and dad stayed at home and watched the movie without me. And when I walked in the front door, they both said to me, "You should probably watch that like right away." So they left the living room, gave me the flat screen, gave me surround sound, and I watched it all by my lonesome. Prey stars Amber Midthunder and is about a skilled female warrior fights to protect her tribe against one of the first highly evolved predators. From the director of 10 Cloverfield Lane, which is a really good movie, comes his second movie, which is Prey, aka Predator 5. Now, obviously, I was looking forward to this movie because I reviewed the first 3 Predators leading up to this one because as a kid, I was a huge Predator fan. I've always just really liked the Predator movies. Except Shane Black's The Predator. That is an abomination against humanity. That is a disgrace. So with this movie, I was just hoping for a really good Predator movie, and that is what you get because this is for sure the best Predator movie since the original. The biggest praise has to be Amber Midthunder in this leading role because she's just awesome in this role. She's an underdog in her tribe because no one sees her as a hunter, and she wants to hunt. Turns out her first hunt is just going to be the Predator coming to Earth for the very first time. And she kills it. Seriously, she is the best character. You want her to win. It feels like an Arnold situation. The whole Arnold being in the jungle with a bunch of just sweaty oil men, that is awesome 80s cheese. But this movie, very, very serious tone, and she does a very good job. Never going into just like cheesy action hero. No, she's a character. She wants to prove everyone I can hunt. It just so happens to be the Predator. And when she is just kicking butt, you are pulling for her. Because everyone around her, you really don't care for. I'm going to tell you that much. No other character, I really didn't care. The brother character, he's your basic brother character in this story. That's the bigger brother and that's getting shine all over. Like, hey, he's the king, basically. He's awesome. She's not. Is that character. He's fine, but really the only character that you really care for is her for sure. Technically, though, this movie looks great. The cinematography is beautiful. The landscape, the shadowing, the coloring, the lighting. I mean, I wonder how much was filmed on location because a lot of it looks so good. Some of it had to be on a set because of so much CGI around certain characters, but this movie looks really good, especially for a Hulu movie because I'm assuming at one point this movie is going to go to theaters, and if you ask me, I would have 100% rather have seen this movie in a theater because the movie has great sound mixing, great sound design. I mean, you have the amazing Predator sound effects. It's all in here. But the thing I love about the Predator in this movie is they stick to the one thing that I was really worried for, but they stuck to it. It's an actual suit. The Predator himself is a suit. It's not CGI. There's moments where there's CGI when he's jumping around and being invisible. But in this movie, he is a suit, and I love the practical suit. So good job, movie, for sticking to that. And by the way, the Predator has a new design, which caught me off guard for a minute. I was like, oh, okay, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, this is like the first time he's coming to Earth. So this is like the original Predator. This is the first Predator that was on Earth. So it makes a little sense that it was different from the original 87 Predator, but this new design, it's pretty awesome. The new mask, the look of him, he looks taller and more buffer. Seriously, I really dug this Predator, and I really enjoyed the artifacts that you think are on him. Might not be, because this one used his fist a lot and his spear, and there's a little bit of a different little twist to his gun. I'm not going to go into details, but I'm just saying there are differences in this Predator that I like seeing. And seriously, watching this movie made me think about Predators, a movie that I enjoy, but is really, really a copycat version of that first movie. This movie feels fresh. Seriously, there is something in this movie they finally do in the Predator franchise, in its 5th movie. I'm not going to spoil what it is. All I'm going to say is we finally have a new type of thing that the Predator can't do, because all I'm going to say, in the first one, you cover in mud, you can't see the human. In this one, they finally give us something new, and I appreciate that. This movie doesn't even have the original Predator score. That's how much they try to stay away from the Predator franchise. It is its own movie, and I appreciate the director making his movie and it just being a Predator movie. I liked how just different this movie felt from the other Predator movies. And that's why I think Predators flaws so much. It's just such a copycat of that first one. This one takes chances, makes differences, and it works out. This movie's very entertaining. It's so watchable. It's at a quick pace of like an hour and 39-minute movie. It's bloody, which I will say for the gore itself, I really don't like the CGI blood in this movie. Like, it is such a... It looks like Shane Black's The Predator. Like, that blood effect, same one in this movie. I really did not care for it. And every time there's a kill, they cut away from it. Seriously, I don't think we've seen one actual human kill in this movie, except for one character, which is very important. But with this movie, all the characters that get killed, it like cuts down or it's a far away shot and you just hear it. You never see it, which to me is a little disappointing. But I will say, I mean, it's still cool to see the Predator fight people and cut their arms off and everything, but there's a lot of CGI blood that really annoyed me. But again, overall, this movie's good. It is a good Predator movie. I enjoyed it. I think it's a very easy watch, and if you're a huge Predator fan, you should watch this right away. I'm gonna give Prey a B+. Really, no question, it is the best Predator movie since the original, but it's not really saying much, even though a lot of people really love Predator 2. And I'm glad all of you enjoyed the other reviews. I'm glad you enjoyed this review, and hopefully we can do it again very soon. Anyway, guys, always enjoy this review, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, everyone.